Hello YouTube Vintage TV Restores. This is probably the only YouTube video or video anywhere of an Electrohome Centurion chassis, Canadian built TV, 1967. These used to be all over the place, but I had there's a family association with Electrohome, and there's lots of stories I could tell, maybe in another video. These were all over the place, especially in southwestern Ontario. And they were considered the best black and white TV because of the Centurion chassis that tips out for servicing. I don't want to pull it too far because it's powered up. You gotta be really careful what you touch on this. I have my cheater cord right there. Now, as you can see, all the paper and wet type of oil capacitors have been changed. Not many in the IF section. Quite a few in the horizontal and vertical section. And replacing the 4-section can that was there, my gosh, that was tight to work on. And those 4 caps that are in there, a 100 microfarad, a 150, and 2 60s were both 350 volt caps, and they were prone to failure. And this had some piggyback caps to get it going. Well, that's definitely disconnected now, that can, because it was causing problem with the vertical sync. In fact, this TV was very hard. It did work and there was a picture, but there are linearity problems, couldn't get it very bright. Most of those problems have been solved by recapping it. I did try it on already, turn it on, and I fed a signal to it just to make sure there wouldn't be a smoke show for my first video. And all I can say is this one here is a bit of a labor of love. It took a couple weeks of working on it here and there. A lot of it's hard to get at. You know, you've got any of this point-to-point stuff, you've got parts on top of parts, and you gotta trace wires out. And then there's running production changes on the schematic. The schematic was not accurate in several places. I was able to clean everything up, clean the tubes off. It's all original tubes, Selectron tubes, except for the vertical output tube, which is amazing. TV repairman of this vintage that worked on these, if you brought in and said, well, I have no horizontal hold, no vertical hold, or whatever, they fixed just that problem. They rarely went in and so if you had one bad cap, I'm just going to show you some of these. You'll recognize this kind of cap. So you can see the original, the green, darker green ones, olive green ones. Those are the originals. Everything else has been replaced with something else. Some Japanese oil caps, for instance. Let's go around and turn it on, and I'll just show you what kind of picture we're getting. Okay. There's the screen. Let's turn it on. It takes a second. It will come. So we're on the DVD screen. We'll get it to the top menu. We can even start a movie. So this linearity, I did a little tweaking on it when I first turned it on the vertical size. It needs a little work. Much better than it was. You could not expand the bottom before. This is actually a good movie. I watched a bit of it. Just go over some of the stuff. Lots of brightness on this tube. Good contrast. Vertical is now very stable. It was not stable before. Tuner's been cleaned. I'm just going to turn the music off on the off chance that YouTube doesn't like it. So you can do fine tuning, all that works. So what I'm going to do, I am going to do a further alignment of it. Maybe I shouldn't even touch it. I mean, it really does work well considering its age. I'll watch a little bit. I'm going to have some Panzerottis now, and then after dinner play with it a bit. Thanks for watching and listening.